So Christina made it just as like it's just a mixed media piece, right? The part about it that I love is that it literally, like when I saw it, it's like, oh my god, absolutely. Like, as far as like that Cinderella glass slipper thing, kind of how that would represent here, right? Like containment and kind of the plaster and the bound foot and then this, right? Like, I don't know. It just seemed like more like what's actually underneath that. How it maybe like the cost, right? The cost of the glass slipper, that kind of thing. I don't know. There's that. It's kind of like I would like to be the person who fits in the beautiful shoe, and that would be my shoe, but the like, I don't know how to say it. Like there's a gap there, right? The reality is that's what it feels like to be trying to fit into that. And you think about like even like ballet or the ballerina dancing in points and like the juxtaposition of that whole practice art is this like limitation on the amount of freedom, on the amount of like I don't know how to describe it. That, but it does. So if I was looking at like the echo, the siren, the muse as being those three like characters of creativity, right? The muse is the wild child. The muse is the real deal, and the muse won't ever lead you astray. That part, and that's when that playful, creative. I don't need to look anyway. It's very messy. It's very paper bag princess, wild child. That just wants amusement for the sake of amusement, and any effort to direct or if you try and control that won't go. The muse is going to walk off in a huff, or go about taking that. How would I say it? When she isn't allowed that freedom, it can get a bit like a German Shepherd left inside too long. Like, she needs to go out and play, she needs to run, she needs the freedom. And if she doesn't get that, and the stimulation, right? And if she doesn't get it, she gets just destructive as fuck. And you come home and your like sofa's destroyed. And but that's that feeling, that angst, that like that often makes people actually just really grumpy, very disagreeable, very confrontational, very defensive, very bound, very bound. Well, what about you though? You know, like when you're creative, when you're right immersed in it, you're just watching it unfold, right? Like if you're painting, like when you're painting on the walls, you're painting on, even fabrics, you're watching the whole, it's like you're nowhere near the outcome because you're so with this, right? Mm-hmm. You're so present, you're so connected, and you're so trusting of the process of it, right? Where it's like, I have no investment on what the outcome is. And that there's very few things, like very few things that we have, where we have opportunity to be like that, to be in that zone of, I don't even care what the outcome is. That's not what this is about. So I get very thrilled by discomfort. Because discomfort always informs me. Like, I love it. Like, the ickier and the more I feel of that, the more I'm like, oh yeah, both feet in, let's go. Because that's not something that I want to have getting in my way anymore. But I don't always know what, like I'm generally speaking the last one to know what's getting in my way. Which is where it's more a tool. Creativity is more a tool. To help me identify that stuff maybe. And to get to know which stuff I really actually kind of like and want to keep around, and that's okay. If it's not everybody's cup of tea. What is it? Not everyone's slice of strudel?